Ever skimmed a history book and thought, that's a pretty neat story? Well, what if I told you some of those neat stories are less neat and more neatly fabricated? History, it turns out, is a tricky beast, often less about definitive facts and more about a really good game of historical telephone. Today, we're diving headfirst into the annals of the past to unmask some of the most famous figures who weren't quite who we thought they were. From royal imposters to masked prisoners and even a pope who might have preferred trousers, get ready to have your historical world rocked. List of historical figures who weren't who we thought they were. First up on our list of historical identity crises. 1. The fake Anastasia, the Romanovs. Russia's last imperial family, brutally executed in 1918. A tragedy so profound, it birthed a legend that one of them, the youngest daughter Anastasia, might have escaped. Enter Anna Anderson. For decades, this mysterious woman claimed to be the Grand Duchess, captivating royal families and the public with her uncanny resemblance and detailed memories. She even convinced some genuine Romanov relatives. Imagine showing up to a family reunion claiming you're a long-lost royal, and half the family buys it. Anderson's story fueled movies, books, and a whole lot of dramatic speculation. But alas, Cinderella she was not. Modern DNA testing, performed decades after her death, definitively proved she was a Polish factory worker named Franziska Szankowska, who had a history of mental illness. Talk about a dramatic reveal. Turns out some secrets just can't stay buried, unlike the Romanovs, whose genuine remains were eventually identified. 2. The real identity of the man in the Iron Mask. Theories. Picture this. Late 17th century France. A mysterious prisoner held in several high-security jails, always wearing a mask. Not just any mask, but one described as being made of iron. This wasn't some early superhero origin story gone wrong. This was the man in the Iron Mask, one of history's most enduring enigmas. We know he existed because he was mentioned in official documents and by Voltaire, among others. But who was he? Theories abound. Was he an older, illegitimate brother of King Louis XIV, whose existence threatened the monarch's reign? Or perhaps a disgraced general, a finance minister who knew too much? Or even a valet who looked too much like the king? The Iron Mask certainly wasn't comfortable, probably a velvet one for daily wear, with an iron one brought out for transfers just to increase the mystery. The truth is, we still don't definitively know. And frankly, after centuries in an iron mask, who wouldn't become a little cagey about their identity? 3. Shakespeare authorship theories. To be or not to be? A question that's a little less existential, and a lot more literal when it comes to the man who penned those immortal words. William Shakespeare. For centuries, William Shakespeare of Stratford-upon-Avon has been universally credited as the greatest writer in the English language. But hold on to your sonnets, because for just as long, some scholars have raised an eyebrow. The Stratford Man, as he's sometimes referred to by doubters, had a rather unremarkable education for someone capable of such profound genius. His life records are sparse, and none of them point to him being a playwright. Could such brilliance truly emerge from such humble beginnings and limited known adventures? This has led to the Shakespeare authorship question, a thrilling intellectual debate that suggests others might have used him as a pen name, a sort of ghostwriter behind history's greatest ghost. Candidates usually include highly educated nobles like Francis Bacon, Christopher Marlowe, or Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford. Imagine finding out your favorite celebrity isn't actually singing on their own album. It's a literary scandal wrapped in a historical enigma, leaving us to wonder, did the bard truly pen all those masterpieces, or did someone else's quill write his legend? 4. The Somerton Man modern revelations. Australia, 1948. A man is found dead on Somerton Beach, baffling police. No identification, all tags removed from his clothes. In his pocket, a tiny piece of paper with the words Tamam Shud, Persian for finished or ended, from a rare book of poetry. This became known as the Somerton Man or Tentative Man, one of the most mysterious cold cases in history. For over 70 years, his identity remained an international puzzle, spawning countless theories involving spies, secret lovers, and hidden codes. He became a symbol of the unknowable. Then, in 2022, thanks to advancements in DNA extraction and genealogical research, the mystery finally cracked. After decades of genetic dead ends, forensic genealogist Colleen Fitzpatrick identified him as Carl Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne. Carl Webb, not a super spy, not a tragic lover, just Carl Webb. It only took 70 years and a miracle of science to get a name. Proof that sometimes even the most impenetrable mysteries just need a bit of patience and a very, very skilled detective. 5. Pope Joan mystery. Now, prepare for a story that sounds like it was ripped straight from a medieval fanfiction novel. A female pope. Yes, you heard that right. The legend of Pope Joan tells of a brilliant, learned woman who, disguised as a man, rose through the ranks of the Catholic Church in the 9th century, eventually being elected pope. Her reign, however, famously ended when she gave birth during a procession, exposing her true identity and, well, sparking a bit of a scandal. Talk about breaking the glass ceiling. And then the stained glass ceiling all at once. Historically, there's no contemporary evidence of a Pope Joan. She doesn't appear in papal lists or chronicles until centuries later, suggesting she's more likely a cautionary tale or an anti-papal satire that gained traction. The Catholic Church officially denies her existence, of course. But the enduring popularity of her story proves how much we love the idea of a secret history, especially one that challenges powerful institutions. 6. The two Richard III skeleton debates. Richard III, the last Plantagenet king of England, famously depicted by Shakespeare. Unless it was Francis Bacon, Christopher Marlowe, or Edward de Vere as a hunchbacked villain, responsible for the murder of the princes in the Tower. For centuries, his final resting place was unknown, lost after his death at the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485. Then in 2012 came the bombshell. Archaeologists, digging under a parking lot in Leicester, unearthed a skeleton. A male skeleton with severe scoliosis and battle wounds consistent with those described in historical accounts of Richard's death. But was it really him? The initial excitement quickly fueled intense debates. Skeptics questioned the certainty, historical experts analyzed the minutiae, and the public watched, fascinated. The decisive factor eventually came down to DNA, which matched living descendants of Richard III's family. So while there may not be two actual skeletons of Richard III, the debate around the authenticity of the discovered remains the painstaking forensic work and the incredible historical detective story that unfolded certainly count as two Richard III skeleton debates in terms of the arguments and scrutiny it generated. It was a dramatic reveal, confirming the identity of a long-lost king and finally laying to rest centuries of speculation. Turns out even dead monarchs like to keep us guessing until science steps in. And there you have it. 6 instances where history decided to play a little game of hide and seek with our understanding of the past. From cunning imposters to deep-seated mysteries finally solved by modern science, it just goes to show that history isn't a static collection of facts. It's a living, breathing narrative constantly being challenged, re-examined, and occasionally completely rewritten. What historical figure do you think isn't who we thought they were? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through history's greatest identity crises, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more fascinating list of videos, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single revelation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.